That woman gets on my nerves. Too stuck up to buy from us nowadays.
Oh! So you managed to get here at last, Baron J.
Morning, Gene.
Late as usual. Our appointment was for 11:30 and now it's practically midday.
I'm sorry, have you been waiting long?
No, I've only just arrived as you saw yourself.
Well, if you just arrived...
It's different with me. I've no time to waste. I don't like waiting, and as you're never on time, I arrive late on purpose at a time I presume you'll be there.
You're right. Quite right.
Now, don't try to pretend you're ever on time.
I wouldn't say that.
There. You see?
What are you drinking?
You mean to say you have a thirst even at this time in the morning?
It's so hot and dry.
The more you drink, the thirstier you get. Popular science tells us that if you were to drink your entire weight...
It would be less dry, and I would be less thirsty if they would invent us some scientific clouds in the sky.
That wouldn't help you any. It's not water you're thirsty for.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your parched throat, which is a territory that can't seem to get enough...
To compare my throat to a piece of land seems pretty...
You're in a bad way, my friend.
In a bad way, you think so?
I'm not blind, you know. You're dropping with fatigue. You yawn all the time. You're dead tired.
There is something wrong with my hair.
You reek of alcohol.
I do have a hangover, that's true.
It's the same every Sunday morning.
Oh.
Not to mention the other days of the week.
Not as much, because of the office.
Now, what happened to your tie? Lost it during your orgy, I suppose.
Yes, you're right. What could have happened to it?
Here, take this one.
Oh.
You can keep it.
Thank you, that is kind.
And what's wrong with your hair? It's all over the place. My goodness. Here, take this comb.
Oh, thank you.
And you haven't even shaved. Just take a look at yourself.
Huh. My tongue's all coated.
I'm not surprised you're headed for cirrhosis, my friend.
Cirrhosis, you think so?
Oh. Your shirt's all wrinkled. And you haven't even tied your shoes. And just look at your shoulders.
What's wrong with my shoulders?
Oh my goodness, you've been leaning up against some wall. Turn around, turn around. No, I haven't done a brush. It would make my pockets bulge. Gosh, where did you get all of this from?
I don't remember.
You're in a bad way, my friend. It's a positive disgrace. I feel ashamed to be your friend.
You're very hard on
I
me.
have every reason to be.
Listen, Gene, there are so few distractions in this town. I'm not cut out for the work that I'm doing. 6 days a week, only 3 weeks a holiday a year. So, you know, when Saturday night rolls around to relax, I take a little drink to unwind and
I work 8 hours a day, the same as you and everybody else, but you don't catch me. Willpower, my good man.
But not everyone's got as much willpower as you. Oh, I just can't get used to it. I can't get used to life.
Everybody has to get used to it. Or you consider yourself some superior being.
I don't pretend to be.
Now, my dear Jean, my dear Baron J, I am just as good as you are. In fact, with all due modesty, I may say I'm better. The superior man is the man who fulfills his duty.
What duty?
His duty as an employee, for example.
Oh yes, his duty as an employee. I forgot.
Now, where did your debauch take place last night, if you can remember?
We were celebrating August's birthday. You know, our friend August. So
our friend Auguste? Nobody invited me to our friend Auguste's birthday.
Well, I couldn't have said no. It wouldn't have been
Why
polite.
did I go then?
Well, perhaps it was because you weren't invited.
Good morning, gentlemen. Can I get you a drink?
Truth. I was not invited, but in any case, even if I had been invited, I would not have gone because whatever it is. What's going on? Oh! A rhinoceros!
Oh, rhinoceros! Quick, come on, rhinoceros!
It's rushing straight ahead, brushing up against the shop windows.
Whereabouts?
Come and look!
Oh, a rhinoceros. A rhinoceros going full tilt on the opposite pavement. What's going on? What's with rhinoceros? Oh, you're seeing that. What is that?
There, to find the poor pussy.
Well, of all things. Well, of all things.
Well, of all things,
Well,
plenty of dust.
Well, of all things, it gave me such a scare.
Your basket. And all of your things. Really, these days. Fancy that.
May I help you pick up your things?
Oh, thank you. How very kind. It gave me such a scare.
Fear is an irrational thing. It must yield to reason. It is already out of sight.
My friend is a logician.
What did you think of that?
Those animals certainly can travel.
I'm very happy to meet you.
That was you could buy things from somebody else.
What did you think of that?
I still don't let my cat go.
You don't often see that.
Would you hold my dog?
First time I've ever seen anything quite like that. It's not spiteful, is it?
No, he was wondering how to fly.
That's a comment.
Talking about one.
I've got plenty more.
Oh, well, what did you think of that?
It's good stuff, too.
Don't just hang about.
Look at me. Nice kitty.
What did I think of what?
Go and get her another bottle.
The rhinoceros, of course. What did you think I meant?
I've got first-class wine in unbreakable bottles. Puss.
Gentlemen, what will you be drinking?
Oh, 2 cognac.
2 cognac, right?
Very kind of you, I'm sure.
Don't mention it. It's a pleasure.
Replace them in an orderly fashion.
Well, what did you think of it?
Well, nothing. It made lots of dust.
I've got some good leeks as well. Nice kitty. It's 100 francs a liter.
Oh, thank you.
2 cognacs,
Pleasure
gentlemen.
to the old French courtesy, not very friendly people today.
You should buy from me. You wouldn't even have to cross the street and run the risk of these accidents.
You must admit it's extraordinary.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I owe her mineral water. She made a mistake.
Thank you for holding my cat.
May I accompany you part of the way?
My husband's waiting for me, perhaps another time.
I sincerely hope so, madame.
So do I.
Well, the dust settled, so
Delightful creature.
Just can't get over it.
Charming, isn't she?
I'm going to explain to you what a syllogism is.
Ah, yes, a syllogism.
Rhinoceros, I just can't get over it.
A syllogism consists of a main proposition, a secondary one, and a conclusion.
Conclusion? What
I
conclusion?
can't get over it. It's unthinkable.
yeah, okay. I see you can. So it was a rhinoceros, all right. Big deal. It's miles away by now. Miles away.
But you must see it's fantastic. A rhinoceros goes racing about loose in the town. You don't even bat an eyelid. Put your hand in front of your mouth.
Woo! Yes, yes. It shouldn't be allowed, I agree. But it won't get us here. Don't worry, Gene.
Now, we ought to protest to the town council. What's the town council there for?
Perhaps it escaped from the zoo.
Friend, you're daydreaming.
But I'm wide awake.
Awake or asleep, it's the same thing.
But there is some difference.
That's not the point.
But you just said that being asleep and being awake were the same
You
thing.
misunderstood me. I meant there's no difference between dreaming awake and dreaming asleep.
I do dream. Life is a dream.
You're certainly dreaming when you say the rhinoceros escaped from the zoo. Because there's been no zoo since all the animals died in our town in the plague, ages ago.
Well, all right. Maybe it escaped from the circus.
What circus are you talking about?
I don't know. Some traveling circus.
You know as well as I do that the town council banned all traveling performers. There haven't been any since we were children.
Okay. Well, then maybe it's been hiding out in the surrounding swamps.
Surrounding swamps. The surrounding swamps? My friend, you live in a thick haze of alcohol.
That's true. It seems to mount right from here.
It's clouding your vision. What surrounding swamps are you talking about? You know as well as I do that our district is known as Little Castile because the land is so arid.
Well, how should I know? Maybe it's been